Mina loved to study. She enjoyed going to school. But one day, when she was 16, her father married her off to a man he chose. Mina then had to drop out of school. Now, as a full-time mother, Mina has to take care of her family all by herself. She works in the field and takes care of livestock. She sells vegetables at the market and often gets harassed by men. But no matter how much money she earns, there's none left over for her own use. Mina's husband is well known as a kind, hard-working man, but at home he becomes violent towards her. She falls pregnant with her 5th child, but that does not stop her husband's violence. Mina can't take it any longer and turns to her relatives for help. Sadly, no one helps her. One day, Mina has a major injury and is taken to a hospital. Mina takes the plunge and tells everything to a nurse. The nurse then reports her case to the police. But again, no one is able to help. Mina miscarries her baby. Now she is constantly unwell and depressed. This is domestic violence. It's also called intimate partner violence. Not only physical violence, such as punching and kicking, but also sexual violence, such as forcing a person to perform sexual acts. Economic violence, such as not giving money for household expenses. And psychological violence, such as verbal abuse and controlling of movements. Forms of violence are many and varied. Women's very lives are threatened by the violence inflicted by their partners and families. Apart from domestic violence, women and girls also experience other forms of violence. Child marriage, where a person under the age of 18 is forced to marry. Human trafficking for the purposes of sexual exploitation. FGM, also known as female genital mutilation. Sexual harassment in the workplace or in the community. Rape and sexual assault. Online sexual abuse and harassment are also on the rise. This kind of violence tends to increase in times of social turmoil and economic hardship. This is gender-based violence. In many male-dominated societies, violence is used as means of controlling women, as punishment for failing to conform to the roles and norms expected of them. They are traded as commodities by their families and communities. Many women and their children who experience violence suffer long-term psychological and physical damage. Children growing up in an abusive household may face developmental problems. Annually, the global economic loss due to gender-based violence is estimated to be equivalent to $1.5 trillion US. If society recognized gender-based violence as a crime, and if support for those affected by violence were widely available, if survivors were supported with recovery, rehabilitation, and empowerment, and given opportunities to reintegrate into society, and if perpetrators of violence were properly punished, and given access to education for rehabilitation, then we could create a society where all Minas around the world can live safely and in peace. We could create a society where everyone can live with dignity. Now, is the time to act.